The first place you need to start when trying to become a better man is attitude. It's all about changing your mindset and perspective.
We have to keep making progress every day. Even if it looks like from day to day, you're making no progress. As long as you just keep moving forward, just keep moving forward, keep moving forward. It all adds up. And if you do that every day, over the course of years, your life will be a huge success.
What really is, going on in people's heads? It's all of their references, their beliefs and their perceptions that are locked away in the implicit part of their brain that is driving those thoughts and even the behavior. They're not even aware of it, yeah. They can be, but they may not be. And so what we really have to go back to focus on is it really makes no difference who becomes president or who doesn't. If you have the belief that regardless of what happens in your external world, you can navigate towards the success that you want. That's a belief. And beliefs are the lens by which we actually see the world and by which we behave. And so if you want to change your results, don't focus on changing your behaviors, change your focus on the beliefs that drive your behaviors.
You need to focus on all of the amazing positive attributes that you possess, all right? Change your mindset, you will change your attitude, because I tell you, you can have all the nicest clothes in the world, all the money, all the cars, everything. If you've got a crappy attitude, none of it matters. Your mindset, your attitude about yourself, about ourselves, that is the hardest thing to change. But the thing that once you get it, everything else seems to fall in place.
We all overestimate how much we can do in a year, but we underestimate how much we can do in 5 years, 10 years. 10 years ago, father had just killed himself. I was poor, working 3 jobs. I was 15, 20 pounds skinnier, and it looked like I was a failure in life. But I worked every day. I put my head down, woke up early, worked 12 to 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I just kept doing that until I was rich and famous and swole as It's not even special. I just started, kept going.
Here's what's powerful. If you have a list of high purpose in your life, it pulls you toward the future. And the more powerful the purpose is, the stronger it pulls. And here's the other great advantage if you have purpose for the future. It pulls you through all kinds of challenges and all kinds of difficulties. If you don't have these strong purposes for the future, it's easy to get swallowed by a bad day. It's easy to be almost annihilated by a poor month. And it's easy sometimes to almost disappear beneath the waves of a year that goes backwards if you don't have something to pull you beyond that year. So if you want something to pull you through all kinds of challenges, all kinds of difficulties and things that come at you, you got to have something on out there, beyond today, beyond next week, beyond next month, beyond this year, that pulls you into the future. And the clearer it is, the stronger it pulls. The more dynamic it is, the more it affects your life, your spirit, your heart, your soul. It also creates imagination. It gets your mind working on how to achieve that purpose. And if your mind will work, and if your heart works, and if your spirit works, and if you have good input, like good ideas, I'm telling you, there isn't anything you can't accomplish.
People are going to try to change you in 2 different ways. Okay? One, there's going to be people that want to help you change your mindset, and change your mindset and the way you view things. That's a different story. But then there's going to be people that are going to try to change you the way you are with your personality. And those people that try to change you with your personality on the way you're wired, you have to be very careful with that. Because if you allow somebody to convince you to change your personality, not your mindset, you, in a way, could take that as maybe you're not good enough. And it's BS. It's complete BS. Half the battle with the people that end up winning at the highest level, you know what they have? They end up believing that they can win at the highest level. That the way they're wired is worthy enough to win at the highest level. That's the mindset. They're different personalities than you. I've seen people that are quiet, timid, and people think they're weak and they become presidents. You've seen people that are loud and very loud and obnoxious and they become presidents. So it doesn't mean just one type of personality wins. Every type of personality wins. It's the mindset. So don't let anybody convince you that your personality and the way your wiring is not here, that has to change. That's not worthy enough. What needs to change is your mindset. Is the way you view the world. Is the way you view things, money, life, marriage, business, freedom, relationships. Those processing that you have here, it's okay to change those things, but not your personality. Your personality is perfect just the way it is. All the other things you can work on.
And this is where, worry is almost always pointless, because like in each moment, there's either something you can do to solve a problem or there isn't, right? Now, if there is something to do, well, then just do that thing, right? Solve the problem, right? If there isn't, there's actually nothing to worry about. Like the worry adds nothing to that situation, right? So if you have a brain tumor, yes, you need to go from one doctor and probably to a second doctor for a second opinion, and you find the surgeon you want it. And there's a whole process. You're going to get an MRI, all of it. You're having to deal with a lot of, yes, objectively stressful things, but I mean, big picture, we're all in this situation. I mean, life itself is a brain tumor. I mean, we're all going to die. We're all going to go on this. We're going to get the full tour. Now, I mean, for some of us, some of us will be very lucky, and it will be very orderly and free of pain, and we'll be surrounded by everyone we love.
100 years old.
Yeah, it's just going to go perfectly. And for some people, it'll be chaotic and terrifying and short or long. I mean, so it's every permutation, and I'm not denying that it's rational to have preferences there, right? I mean, like, you do want the orderly, loving,
right.
And not untimely unraveling of it all, rather than the opposite. But it's whatever is happening, you have this moment, and then you're thinking. And you're thinking about the future, and you're thinking about the past is the mechanism by which you will truly suffer in each moment. Because it is, in fact, true to say that even physical pain is something around which you can develop an impressive ability to be equanimous, right? And we also have, for extreme pain, we have painkillers. I mean, like, happily we're not living in 1700, where someone is just kind of sawing off your limb, after the leeches didn't work. 99% of our suffering around everything, even objectively horrible things like brain tumors, is our thought about past and future, is the regret, and it's the story we're telling ourselves.
The next principle I call "Don't die with your music still in you." And who better to quote than Thoreau right here in Concord, when he talked about some of us hear a different drummer, and we must march to the music that we hear. But all of you, everybody watching, everybody here in this beautiful parish, all of you have some music playing. And all of you have a heroic mission. There's no accidents in this universe. We all show up here with a purpose. There's an intelligence that is a part of everything and everyone, and all of us are connected to it. And too many of us are afraid to listen to that music and march to it. You out there, I know you have a book you wanted to write. I know there's a composition you wanted to compose. I know there's a song you want to sing someplace. Maybe you want to raise horses out in Montana. Or maybe you want to open up an ice cream shop on Cape Cod. Who knows what it may be. Maybe you just want to travel and see the world. Maybe you want to go into a relationship with someone, but you've been afraid to, but your heart says it's the right thing to do. All of us feel something. And in Leo Tolstoy's famous novel, The Death of Ivan Ilyich, he asks this question that would be terrifying to me. He says, as he has his accountant from Moscow lying on his deathbed, contemplating the horror of this question, what if my whole life has been wrong? I've known what my music is. It's playing right now. As I stand here in front of you with these cameras and in this place, and as I sit down and write my books and tell the world what I know are my truths, I feel always completely completely on purpose and fulfilled. And no time will I ever come to the end of my life and say, what if my whole life has been gone? Whoever you are, whatever that music is, however distant it may sound, however strange, however weird others may interpret it to be, don't get to the end of your life and know that you're going to leave and not have it played yet. Don't die with your music still in you.